I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and some tablets are too small for people, some tablets are too large for people, but the point is, there's quite a few options on the market. One of those is the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7.0. It's a revision of the Galaxy Tab 7.0 that came out some time ago, and it's available now on Verizon Wireless with 4G LTE connectivity to boot. It's got a 1.2 gigahertz dual-core processor, a 3.2 megapixel camera, and more. Is it worth your hard-earned dollars? We'll find out in the unboxing. But first, special thanks to Best Buy Mobile for hooking us up with tablets and phones and more for use in our One Paul Bandit giveaway game. When you go into Best Buy Mobile to get this, a phone, whatever the case may be, you won't deal with rebates. You won't wait 8 to 10 weeks for paperwork or messy paperwork, waiting for the debit cards, all that stuff. I hate rebates. I know you do too. And at Best Buy Mobile, you won't deal with them. Special thanks to Verizon as well for hooking us up with a review unit. Let's take a look now. Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7.0. Is 7 inches the sweet spot, or should you go bigger? We'll find out in the unboxing. Boom, another tablet in PhoneDog's offices. Here's the Verizon Wireless version of the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7.0. Special thanks to Verizon for giving us a review unit to take a look at. And of course in the package, you get the tablet itself, a 30-pin USB data cable, the travel adapter, quick reference guide, product safety and warranty brochure. But it's a follow-up to the Galaxy Tab 7.0, obviously, which is why it's called the Galaxy Tab 2 7.0. But a new version with a slightly different design, different look and feel, packing a 1.2 gigahertz dual-core processor, a 3.2 megapixel camera on the back, Android 4.0 out of the gate, 4G LTE connectivity, 8 gigabytes of internal memory, with support for up to a 64 gigabyte micro SD card. Some awesome stickers that we get to play with. Verizon 4G LTE connectivity, as you can see, evident by the logo on the back. So here's the device itself. You can see over here, maybe you can't see because it's pretty black, but on the right side you got your power button, your volume rocker, looks like an infrared port there. You've got a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack up top, and on this side you've got your SIM card slot for your 4G LTE connectivity and your micro SD card slot. So let's power it on and take a look. While that's powering on, have a look at that picture in the background. See that? See it in the reflection? It's a picture on the wall in the office. And then of course you get your SIM card stuff here, which is not really useful. You get the start guide stuff, you get a USB cable, AC adapter module. You get a really loud startup sound too, as you can see there. I'm trying to move my hand so you can see the startup. Makes the typical Verizon logo noises, or Verizon sounds I should say. Start here, important consumer information about radio frequency emissions, product safety, and warranty information. So again, USB cable, we've seen all this stuff before, but if you're not familiar with Samsung's USB cable or their AC adapter module, here's what the module looks like, as you can see here. I don't want to spend too much time on this because it's all the same, right? Right. For the most part at least. Unless there's a substantial change. Blah, blah, blah. Substantial change, which there's not in this case. AC adapter module, USB cable goes right there, US plug, which is included in the box, goes right there. Nothing really new or particularly exciting there. But again, you know, a tablet that's worthy of taking a look at, particularly if you need that 4G LTE connectivity. It's nice and fast. You got Android 4.0 out of the gate here. You got a TouchWiz user interface and an overall TouchWiz experience. It's a little bit different on the tablet, though, than it is on the phone. So keep that in mind if you're familiar with the phone. You have a little bit of a different learning curve here, but you should be able to get used to it relatively quickly. Out of the gate, VCast apps, Let's Golf 3. You've got Google Plus integration, Google Messenger, Mobile Hotspot, Monopoly, My Verizon Mobile. You've got Netflix, Photo Editor, Smart Remote. You've got S-Suggest, of course, Up Next Maps, World Clock, VZ Navigator, a bunch of different stuff out of the gate. And you'll notice that, like typical Samsung devices, it scrolls between the apps first, and you can manually click over to the actual widgets to access those. And of course, you've got your menu button over here, and then your home button, and of course, you can take a screenshot just by clicking right there, and you'll see that it will actually take the screenshot for you. So 7 inches is going to be too small for some people, but for a lot of people, 7 inches can be a great sweet spot in a lot of ways. So you've got your back button, your home button, your recent applications button. As you can see here, 4G LTE connectivity, battery life indicator, which shows 68% battery remaining, again, LTE connectivity. And your shortcuts here, much like typical TouchWiz. You've got Bluetooth, GPS, sound, airplane mode, and screen rotation. Settings shortcut as well, with Wi-Fi, mobile hotspot, Bluetooth, data usage, and then more settings. So a lot of different networks available there. Which we'll turn that off. We don't need those right now. And then sound display, wallpaper, power saving, storage battery, all the different stuff that you've come to know on Android 4.0 based devices. That said, let's take a look at the browser here. Loaded up on 4G LTE connectivity to take a look, and my office is not the best for LTE connectivity, but you're going to see this, Samsung's keypad here, and we'll take a look. Samsung keyboard, and Google Voice typing. So that's all you get out of the gate. We'll load up PhoneDog.com and we'll hit go. Again, 7-inch is really nice for a lot of people, myself included, because it's something I can hold in one hand. So if I'm reading a book, reading a document, it's really nice to use one hand as opposed to having a giant 10.1-inch tablet and using two hands or having trouble holding it. That said, some people love it, some people hate it. So take a look at this device in Verizon retail stores if it's something that interests you. Otherwise, PhoneDog loaded up over here, Google. You'll notice the tabs between the two. You can shift pretty easily. And again, a built-in capture button on the home screen. So if you see something you like in particular, you can take advantage of that and go back and save it. So take a look at the Motorola Photon Q 4G LTE. That's a lot of words, a mouthful, but you can see the first impressions article I did earlier. You can kind of see what that looks like on the device. So portrait to landscape transitions, nice and fast. Pinch to zoom, relatively responsive there as well. Like I said, you just get the Samsung keypad out of the gate though. So all in all, pretty decent tablet with a built-in camera as well. So you got a 3.2 megapixel camera on the back. You got your front-facing camera, of course, on the front. And then we'll take pictures there. Though you don't get the really cool feature, obviously, that you get in the Galaxy S3, where you can press and hold and do a burst mode kind of feature with that. You do get some nice editing options over here. You get some effects. Get this, single shot, smile shot, and panorama. No burst mode available in there. And then, of course, your settings where you can change the resolution, the effects, the timer, and more, all from the main screen. So all in all, pretty decent device. 5 home screens on this device. As you can see here, menu button up there in the top right-hand corner with your apps and widgets. Relatively easy to access. And then you've got all of your different home screens. As you can see them right there. It looks like you may be able to add a few. Let's see what we can do. So add a maximum of 7. So you can have a maximum of 7 home screens, though it does kind of ship those around. So if you're a big fan like I am of having your home screen in the middle, keep it in mind because you may have to move it back to the middle once you add those additional home screens. Much more coverage to come on PhoneDog.com with the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7.0. Keep it locked on the site for continuing coverage. Hit us up on Facebook at facebook.com/PhoneDog. Let me know what you think of this device on Twitter. Hit me up, PhoneDog_Aaron on Twitter and on Facebook at facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. It's a pretty pocketable tablet. I'm excited to test it out and see how it performs in day-to-day use. So keep it locked on the site for continuing coverage of the Galaxy Tab 2 7.0. We'll see you next time.